From self-sacrificing spiders to beheading mantises, here are 10 animal partners that eat each other, and not in a good way. Number 3 is the X-rated version of 127 hours.
Number 10.
Have you ever heard of a breeding ball? Well, it involves a strong female, some choking, and can take up to several weeks. Sign me up. Mating for green anacondas may involve the formation of breeding balls in a process that can last for weeks at a time. During the mating season, the female anaconda will lay down a trail of pheromones, which its would-be partners will follow. This female anaconda's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard because it's not uncommon for a dozen or more males to find the same female. What happens next is probably a living nightmare for anyone who feels squeamish about snakes. The anacondas form a breeding ball in which the males wrestle each other for a chance to mate. And since the female is much stronger and larger, she gets to choose her favorite from the bunch. It's also possible for her to strangle and then consume a male from the breeding ball. Why this happens is still a mystery. Some scientists think that it may be a way for the female to get some ready nutrients for the long gestation period ahead. Number 9. Have you ever wondered how the black widow got its name? It's because the females of the species have a predilection for consuming their mates after the dirty deed is done. So how did Scarlett Johansen's character in the Avengers get her name? We'll leave that up to your imagination. Although present in nature, black widow man-eating is actually more common in captivity, where males can't escape from the shared enclosure. Intriguingly, the male redback spiders, also known as Australian black widows, are one of the very few animals in all of nature to actively assist their mates in post-coital partnership consumption. Much smaller in size, the male will somersault on top of the female and place their abdomen on her mouth parts. The female will often fully devour the male as the mating continues. Pop quiz, hotshot! Why do you think the female black widow eats her mate? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and stay tuned till later in the video to see if you're right. Number 8. Next up is one of the most perilous dances in the animal kingdom. Scorpions have a complex courtship ritual, which involves locking pincers in a sort of dance called the promenade à deux. That's French for walking with two. However, before you think of these scorpions as some suave, smooth Parisian lovers, you should know that it often gets real weird. The dance starts with the male leading the female to a mating spot. The next part of the ritual involves the scorpions locking mouth parts in one of nature's most disturbingly passionate embraces. As romantic as that might sound, you should know that it's an opportunity for the males to inject a small amount of venom into the females as a way of pacifying them. Don't get that off the screen! After the deed is done, the female will likely repeatedly sting and then eat her dancing partner. Number 7. Survival for a male octopus may often involve keeping their partners at arm's length. A handful of octopi species are known to asphyxiate their mates after copulation. Mating, when it comes to octopi, means that the male fertilizes the female's egg through a specialized arm. If they haven't worked out a safety word, this can sometimes end with the female wrapping her arms around the mate's body and blocking his gills until he's toast. Moral of the story, always have a safety word. Afterwards, the female drags her erstwhile love to her den to consume it. That's why some males from long-armed octopus species will keep their distance as much as possible. Number 6. Nudibranchs, also known as sea slugs, practice a type of dance during courtship to attract mates. Don't let their save the last dance moment fool you, as mating can sometimes end with one partner chowing down on the other. Sea slugs are hermaphrodites, meaning that they have the reproductive organs of both sexes. You might think, well, isn't that convenient? But these creatures are incapable of fertilizing themselves. During mating, both partners will usually fertilize each other's eggs. All nudibranchs are carnivorous, and most won't think twice about eating their own kind. Yeah, Gavin, they're slugs. Of course they don't think twice. They don't think at all. Shut up. They feed by shooting a proboscis-like structure into their prey, which they then consume whole. So both partners have all the same parts, so how do you decide who eats who? The world's most intense game of rock, paper, scissors? 2 out of 3! 2 out of 3! Number 5. After the first hookup for some orb weaver spider species, there's an 80% chance of getting devoured. Frank, don't go out with her. There's only a 20% chance that you won't get eaten. Never tell me the odds. The statistic is specifically true for Argiope bruinichi males. All those that survive their first copulation will almost certainly get chomped on round 2. However, if males maintain contact for fewer than 5 seconds, their chances of survival increases significantly, which takes the intensity of hitting it and quitting it to the next level. Here's a weird fact. These males are known to leave a sticky goo on the female's underside. This goo serves to plug the female, which ensures that she can't find another mate. Number 4. Okay, so we've established that spiders have some crazy mating habits. In this regard, the Anaconda brasiliensis is no exception. The difference is that, unlike other species within the burrowing wolf spider family, it's the male who uses pheromones to attract the female. They've been known to specifically nosh on older females, which they've lured into their burrows with the promise of a good time.
This burrowing wolf spider is native to the coastal regions of southern South America. Quite unusually for spiders in general, these adult males are about 20% larger than their female counterparts, who have a more robust build with a wider body and shorter legs. And all of these body parts provide for a nice meal for the hungry male.
Although males do prefer to mate with youthful females, as their sacs contain more eggs. It's a ruthless selection model, but one that gives the spider an evolutionary advantage in its harsh environment. Number 3. Love may require sacrifice, but this creature takes it to the next level by gnawing off its own reproductive organ. The banana slug is both freaky and surprisingly resourceful when it comes to mating. They attract their partners through slimy secretions, which sounds gross, and it is. Like nudibranchs, banana slugs are also hermaphrodites. During mating, a partner's reproductive organ may become stuck. That's when it uses its ribbon-like mouth with rows of microscopic teeth to take care of the issue. If they don't, then their partner will. Since it's a hermaphrodite, the slug can still go on mating as a female. Number 2. Some relationships work so well that it feels like your partner gives you wings. Well, if you're a male sagebrush cricket, your girlfriend will literally eat your wings. Flowers work, chocolates are effective. But what if every time you wanted to, get busy, you had to let your partner chow down on one of your limbs? As sagebrush crickets mate, females will feast on the male's back wings and consume their nourishing juices. The male is still able to mate again, as only part of his wings are consumed. However, they'll typically be seen as less appealing because of their chewed up wings. Females tend to prefer untarnished male crickets, as they constitute a richer meal. It's answer time! So why does the female black widow eat her mate? The short answer is, because she can. In the world of the black widow, it's totally no big deal to eat each other. They don't see their own kind as excluded from the menu. Even baby black widows will try to eat each other after they hatch. Females are much larger than males, and mating takes up a lot of energy, so the man goes from lover to convenient snack in an instant. Eating the male also provides a ready source of protein for their offspring. Male black widows have a short lifespan and low chances of ever finding a mate, so when they do get lucky from an evolutionary standpoint, their purpose has been fulfilled. Number 1. Mating fuels the circle of life, but it can be pretty gruesome for some members of the animal kingdom. And male praying mantises definitely fall into this category. A female praying mantis will sometimes dial up the bedroom intensity by biting her partner's head off. When it comes to love, it's easy to lose one's head. This has been theorized as a deliberate reproductive strategy. If mating has begun, the male's movements become more vigorous after decapitation. Yikes! This increases seed delivery while also providing the female with sustenance. It's worth mentioning that this doesn't happen all of the time, but usually when the female is really hungry or irritated. Do not talk to her when she's in a mood. She will bite your head off. And timing is also crucial for males. Post-copulation is when they're most likely to be eaten. So they really gotta time that wham bam with the thank you ma'am. Thanks for watching. Are there any unsettling animal mating rituals that we missed? Let us know in the comments below, and if there's enough, we'll probably do a part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check back later for a new video. Bye!